What's good, my people, and welcome back to Cars with Smirk. We have been spending time with the Mercedes-Benz C200 AMG Line. This C-Class comes in now at under R1,000,000. Mercedes-Benz have given the C-Class a huge price drop, seeing almost 144,000 Rand less. So the C-Class is more attainable, but we're going to find out if that C-Class being cheaper means a compromise in quality and a whole lot of things. So we are going to have a look at the AMG Line exterior. That gives you this more aggressive radiator grille. Going to look at the AMG Line interior, a microfiber cloth that you can use to just take away all the fingerprints. Then most importantly, we're going to take the C200 out for a drive. That is very useful as it cuts down turbo lag. Let's lock in.
So fresh, so clean. Big dreams, man, what you mean?
It's Smirk. Exterior-wise, it's a very classy and sophisticated looking C-Class. And let me tell you right now that an AMG Line exterior is a must. It is a non-negotiable. That gives you this more aggressive radiator grille. And yes, there is no 360-degree camera. That's why this is covered. You do, though, get a giant Mercedes-Benz logo with smaller logos integrated into this grille. A Mercedes-Benz logo above there as well. It has LED high-performance lights. Matrix LEDs are an option. AMG Line kit as well means you are going to get 19-inch multi-spoke rims. And I do always say that Mercedes-Benz, when it comes to multi-spoke, they really know their business. No 360-degree camera, so you won't get any housing here. It can illuminate the Mercedes-Benz logo on the floor, though. You get black mirrors and the black surroundings continue here. Panoramic sunroof, which is an option. Keyless entry for the front and in the back. And these side skirts, which is to give it that more aggressive AMG Line exterior. And yeah, no, this thing looks gorgeous. The rear end is just as sophisticated, just as beautiful. We do get these LED taillights. It's clean. There isn't much going on. So it's just your Mercedes-Benz logo and your C200 badge. Unfortunately, down here, these are fake exhaust cutouts and a bit of a fake diffuser. But it's an AMG Line exterior, so they're just trying to make it look as aggressive as possible. Do I have the key in my pocket? Yes, so that means I can do this. Because it does have a electronically operated tailgate. That is an option, by the way, just so you know. 455 liters of boot space. It is a lot of space. And if you want to dig deeper, just come closer here. You can just push this down, and that pushes your seats down and you have even more space. Let's hop inside. This W206 Mercedes finally has the right amount of luxury items. The previous Gen C-Class was known for just having rattles, squeaks, things feeling out of place, things feeling cheap. And it is a very big upgrade from that. Everything here does feel upmarket, luxurious, and very, very good too. It's a very comfortable cabin to be cocooned in. It's proper Mercedes, proper luxurious, and proper comfortable. We have this AMG Line steering wheel. It's a leather-wrapped multifunctional steering wheel. You can control almost everything in the car here, including your cruise control and your screens. You have an 11.9-inch infotainment screen here that has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This unfortunately was not kitted with the built-in navigation. That's why even when you go on this screen and you can change it to sport, But now once you change it to navigation, it's like, my brother, we don't know what you want here. We don't have that one. But it does have some very cool features. You have your reverse camera. It has no 360-degree camera. As I mentioned, that wasn't optioned. Your climate control is also controlled here. You have some buttons for your volume knob, your hazards, as well as a fingerprint sensor. Silver here, that just surrounds the whole cabin. 2 cup holders, 2 more Type-C charging ports, a wireless charger in there. And down here, more storage, 2 more USB charging ports, a microfiber cloth that you can use to just take away all the fingerprints that can come in this car. Your start-stop is here. You have your air vents, and you get more soft touch materials here on the dash. As you can see, the trimming and the stitching is actually the same color as the seats. These are 2-tone leather seats that are heated, and it's manual when you're moving them forward and back, but to adjust the lumbar support and the height, that is electric, and a panoramic sunroof, which is another option. But let me go in the rear and show you just how the space is. The rear legroom is sufficient. I do feel taller passengers will find it maybe a bit more snug here in the rear. You do get your ambient lighting on the side, and here are your air vents. There's a little storage area here, 2 more Type-C charging ports, a pocket sleeve for all your essentials, and then here is an armrest. Luxury does continue here, and you do feel like you are also driving and being chauffeured in something quite luxurious. But let's go for a drive and we'll talk about how it feels on the road. Alright, you have joined me behind the wheel of the Mercedes-Benz C200 AMG Line. So this is powered by a 1.5-liter turbo petrol engine that works with a mild hybrid system. The engine itself can give you 150 kilowatts and 300 Newton meters of torque. The mild hybrid system gives you a boost of 15 kilowatts and 200 Newton meters of torque. That is very useful as it cuts down turbo lag and it just makes the car feel a bit more fruity. I do feel this is a slightly bit of a more fruity engine, but you are sacrificing that frugality of a diesel. I know that diesel C220d is probably the one to get. You get slightly bit more torque and it's frugal, so it just makes more sense on the day-to-day. But that doesn't mean this petrol version is any bad, or it's not a choice, or it's not an option. I do really think if you don't care about frugality at all, might as well get something that is petrol. And it sounds a bit good, but there are some speakers that amplify the sound when you are here in the cabin. Otherwise, the drive, though, is very sophisticated and typical Mercedes-Benz-like. This does feel like you are in a baby S-Class. Suspension is comfortable. It just floats on about the road. And I wouldn't say it's a dynamic car, but it can get very dynamic and agile enough. The suspension can come alive if you want it to be slightly more dynamic. You put it in sports mode and absolutely floor it. You will have a good time. But most importantly, it's comfortable. It feels very luxurious and plush on this road. It does feel like a high-end car, a million-rand car indeed. Frugality wise, I have been averaging 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers. You will be averaging a lot less in the diesel version, and Mercedes-Benz do say that you can average as low as 6.5 in here. I don't think that's much of a fact because I haven't been getting those figures or even close to them, but maybe on the open stretches, but you'll definitely get that in the diesel. The steering is weighted very well. It's a leather-wrapped steering wheel, so it does feel very good, especially behind the wheel. And on long drives, this is a stunner. As a daily, this is a stunner. And it's just super, super comfortable. I feel like that's the highlight of it, just how the suspension works. This unit is missing some key options, such as built-in navigation, a 360-degree camera. It does have a reversing camera though. But all those things that it's missing out on, that is because they were trying to keep it at that R1,000,000 mark, because this exact unit, I did spec it and it's just above R1,000,000. It's still povo spec in a way, considering that you do still have manual seats, but it's the sacrifice that you get for a really good looking C-Class, because I think it looks stunning. The competition will be the Audi and the BMW 3 Series. The 3 Series is a bit more of a dynamic vehicle, but I feel like when it comes to the luxury aspect of things and just the comfort, the C-Class has it. The C-Class definitely has it. You do have drive modes such as Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sports Plus, and an individual mode in here. I don't think you're really going to be hooning it to that extreme level. But when you do want to hoon it, like I said, it's a very agile and athletic feeling car. So you know you will be sorted in that aspect of things. When we get to the verdict, Mercedes-Benz, are they cooking? Have they cooked? Or are they cooked? They were cooked when they first launched this, because the pricing was just ridiculous. It was a scam. Now I do feel like they still scamming us, but it's a better scam that is understandable. So because they realized the mistake that they made and decided to reposition the C-Class and make it a bit more attainable, I do think they are cooking. They haven't fully cooked because the competition is still right there knocking on the door. But right now, I do feel they are headed into the right direction. They heard our complaints about, nah, it's too expensive. Your prices are crazy, 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 and gave us a vehicle that's priced a lot better. And it feels better now spending that amount of money into a complete vehicle like this. But that is it from me. Thank you for watching the video. Please continue liking, commenting, subscribing, and peace out, my lovely people. There we go.
So fresh, so clean. Said I'm with a Peng Ting. Big dreams, man, what you mean? That's the reason that I need mostly overseas trips. I'm a big